Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from Anderson Valley. So it's been a while since I've had one of these Goses. This is the Briney Melon Gose. So what's exactly in this guy? I don't really say, but the one that I recently reviewed, I was actually supposed to do it back to back, didn't get a chance to, was the Untitled Art one, which had lime in it. I don't think this is lime in it. So anyway, so yeah, this guy's also much smaller. This is 4.2, the other one is 6.6. So this is right at Bud Light ABV. Beer is light and straw color, light haze on that, eggshell white head. I mean, completely different nose. That was, I'm actually not completely different. This one for sure has a little bit of that kind of like egg farty thing that I get in some Goses. Oh, you know what? It's the coriander. Coriander sometimes for me gets a little bit stinky. What kind of stinky? It's like, yeah, it's one that I get from 6 Points Gose too. It's like this, it's like earthy and it's a little bit vegetal, but it's like a nice base tone. It's a little bit hard to describe. It's on the sort of like darker color range of flavors, like, you know, so I'm thinking like green, vegetal, brown, herbal, like, but then it's not as candy juicy as, or not even remotely close candy juicy as the Untitled Art. I mostly get like a little bit of brininess. I don't think you'd smell salt, maybe, but I don't think you'd smell salt, but actually can, right? Smell salt like seawater. Brininess, coriander. A little bit of that green watermelon rind. Okay, so now one on the palate. It pops up front because the acidity is quite aggressive, and not quite aggressive, but it opens up the palate. Really get a nice big slice of, I mean, exactly what they're trying to do. Imagine just eating through all the watermelon, leaving the green parts, soaking that in salt water, and that's what you get. You get this refreshing kind of pickled watermelon rind character. I think that's the one sentence I can tell you about this beer. Not very limey either, a little bit. You know, if you had the full guess, maybe there's a spritz of lime in there as well, but I don't think it's actually lime in this beer. Who knows? Just a really nice, refreshing beer. I mean, to say that this beer is 4.2 is absolutely insane. The drinkability is absolutely super high. I mean, why even bother? I mean, there's time and place for macro beers, but the fact that this is so much more flavorful and so different and so impactful versus Bud Light at 4.2, I think the acidity is right at a very, very nice place. It's a medium plus, and it grows on the palate just to a point where you're like, oh, that's going to be puckering, and for some people it might be, but just stops right there. And again, it's salty watermelon rind. The coriander offers a nice base tone, like a little bit of just like a sprinkling of, you know, like a herbal kind of spice kind of thing, just like plays into the beer as well. Nice kind of crackery wheat base. What can you say? This is very delicious. I feel the Untitled Art was more impression, more bubblicious, more candy. This is more just refreshing, drinkable. This is utilitarian. This does its job. This is 4.2. You know, has salt. It's low ABV. Probably has enough. I don't know. Yeah, is salt enough electrolytes to hydrate you? Who knows? With this beer. So solid. Wow. What a while since I revisited this guy. Solid 94. 94. I mean, you know, I'm more. I mean, not only do my reviews continue the trend of, like, you know, impression beers get high ratings, but utilitarian drinks, seltzers and beers get more high ratings. I mean, what are we drinking these days? And this is just super, super useful. It just does its job. It's flavorful, it's low ABV, it's refreshing. 94, that is highly recommended. It is Briney Melon Gose, Anderson Valley. It's been a while since I've had an Anderson Valley beer. Until next time, guys, cheers.